Good morning, guys. This is Big Al, Alan Feaster with KO Boxing Breaking News, the greatest news channel for your boxing news. Hey, we're bringing you real boxing news. This is a live show this morning for you guys to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. We will have a StreamYard link. I was almost really late here, guys, today. I was trying to load a video. I didn't think I had time to do it, but last minute I just found out. We'll get into that here as well. Some interesting news that happened this morning or over the night, and we'll get into that, guys. Appreciate everybody stopping by this morning, joining the show. We do want to thank you guys for your support. All the brand new subscribers, and also everybody supported over the last 2 years. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. We had some technical problems this morning as well when I first tried to come on, setting that stuff up too. So I want to thank you guys for your support. All right, guys. We're going to get into the story here this morning. Give me one moment. We'll have a lot to talk about in the boxing news this morning. Also, too, I'm just going live in the morning to see how it works out. We had a gentleman come on live all the way from the UK yesterday, from the United Kingdom, from England, in that area. I don't know if it's England, but he's from the UK. So he was on yesterday. We enjoyed him. Thanks for him joining the show. All right, let's see what's happening, guys. A little out of whack here this morning, so bear with me one moment as we get ready to pull this up, guys. All right, here we go. One moment. Okay, guys, that's not it. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go, guys. This is the first big one we're going to talk about in the story here this morning. So give me one moment as we get ready to move this stuff around on my computer. Let's get started. Appreciate it, guys. Don't forget, hit the bell notification button.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
Be notified when we go live. Okay, guys. This is the first big news story. This is what I woke up to, and I was trying to add a video, but we still might be able to share a video with you. But before I get in that news story, I got to do one other thing, guys. Give me real quick here. Give me 1 second. I got to add our phone number. You guys can call in this morning to share your thoughts on boxing. Bear with me one moment. I pull this back up. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is a screen share real quick. Oh, let's save that for a moment. I was going to add our call-in number, guys. We have a call-in number now where you guys can come in and share your thoughts on boxing. Let me add the StreamYard link in the comments section as well. I should have did all this earlier before we started the show, but I was running late. Okay, give me 1 second. In the StreamYard, in the comments section, that's the StreamYard link to click to come on live to share your thoughts on boxing. That link is at the top of the comments section. All right. Okay, here we go, guys. This is what we're going to talk about in the boxing news. Right. The first thing in the news this morning, guys, we'll get into it. Here we go, guys. right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is what caught me by surprise this morning as I got ready to come on live. I didn't see this until the last minute, guys. The WBC, that's the World Boxing Council, strips Terrence Crawford as Mbili and Shiraz looms. Shiraz. And this is what we're talking about here this morning. This is the big breaking news this morning. So bear with me. Terrence Crawford stripped of the WBC super middle title. Hamza Shiraz and Christian Mbili fight to contest the vacant belt. An interesting development has come at the ongoing WBC convention in Bangkok, Thailand. Terrence Crawford, who scooped up the unified 168-pound titles, guys, with his historic September win over Canelo Alvarez, has been stripped of his WBC belt. WBC president Mauricio Solomon, speaking to the reporters at the convention, said the fact that Crawford, who earned around $50 million for the Canelo fight and is now in position to be able to demand double that for a return fight. He wants $100 million, they said this past few days, did not pay the sanctioning fees from his last two fights, can only be looked at as slap in the face, end quote, said Suleiman. Suleiman and the WBC board thus voted to strip Bud of their world title, and now it will likely be WBC interim champ Christian Mbili and Hamza Shiraz, who will duke it out for the vacant strap on the line, guys. So tell me what you think about this. We'll continue on. Crawford, who didn't cough up the sanctioning fee for his 154-pound title, went over Israel Madrimov. This in August of last year, or the fee for the Canelo fight, may be too bothered about losing the WBC belt. Now, guys, Crawford may well feel he is bigger than the alphabets. His place in boxing history secure, as well as we all know that. But Solomon is very annoyed at the way his organization has lost out on quite a few grand. End quote, he says. He forgot how he got to make the $50 million, end quote, Solomon said, as quoted by Lance Pugmire. Guys, we wait for news regarding what Crawford will do next, whether he will get the big return fight with Canelo, or will it be something else with retirement as a possibility. Now, guys, Mbili versus Shiraz, it's a great style clash for the vacant belt. They're also saying as far as Mbili against Shiraz, that would be potentially a great fight, we all believe. With both men putting their unbeaten records on the line, Mbili is all action, while huge for the weight, Shiraz has been compared by some to be the great Thomas Hearns. Now, guys, who wins if most likely when Shiraz and Mbili rumble sometime next year? And give me 1 second, guys. Maybe there might be a video clip. No, there's not a video clip. I thought I could show you on my phone. Okay, guys. But that's in the news. Tell me what you guys think. See if there's any comments on that by anybody in the comment section yet. The news is so new this morning, guys. Nobody's left a comment yet. But tell me what you guys think in that situation right there. And we'll go on. I'm close with the team. We support Terrence Bud Crawford's team 100%. All the other guys, it's on their team as well, all the upcoming young professionals. But, hey, this is what Suleiman says. He hasn't paid his sanctioning fees. I don't know if it was for both fights. Say here in the news, guys, it was for Madrimov and with Canelo Alvarez. But only thing I heard was directly from Suleiman's mouth in the video is from the Terrence Crawford Canelo fight. And he only wants, I think he said, only not 3% of the normal sanctioning fees. They only want point like 6%, like $300,000, and I think $250,000 goes to support boxers probably in need, like medical needs and things like that. You did talk about that. If I don't get to load the video now, I will share the video with you tomorrow, the next time we go live. Oh, some good news this morning, guys. On Friday morning at 9 a.m., we have an interview with Jubang, an up-and-coming professional boxer who has 8 wins, 1 loss, and I think 5 KOs. We're going to be doing a live interview with an up-and-coming professional boxer Friday morning at 9 a.m. All right, let's get back into the news. See what else is they're saying here, guys. Also, Joshua versus Jake Paul, fears intensify as camps warn of real danger. That's one of the things they're going to talk about this morning. Also, Roach says Pitbull Cruz has one style, predicts he'll bully him at 140. And let's get into that one, guys, since that fight is this Saturday. All right, here we go. One of the other things we're going to talk about here this morning in the boxing news, Lamont Roach believes that the WBC interim lightweight champ, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, is one-dimensional with only one style, in quote, to fight in their clash this Saturday, December 6th. Okay, guys, give me one moment. Already made a mistake. Okay. Again, this Saturday, he says in quote, I'll bully him at 140 pounds, warning shot. Roach, who's now 25 big wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 KOs, says he can use many very different styles, change angles, and bully, in quote, Cruz, who has 28 big wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 KOs, and their headliner at the Frostbank Center in San Antonio, Texas. He expects to be stronger with him moving up to 140 pounds from 135, where he fought his last bout in March. Again, 140 pounds, I'll be extra strong, in quote. He says, I still have to lose a little weight. I fought a guy, Gervonta Davis, that is considered the best in our weight class at 135 pounds. The outcome put a lot of mix in the air, end quote, said Lamont Roach to All the Smoke podcast, talking about while he moved up to 140 for the Isaac Cruz fight. Guys, also, Roach looked like a welterweight after he rehydrated for his last fight against Gervonta Davis on March 1st, 2025, and he had no power in that fight. It was the same low power stuff that we've seen from Roach when he fought at super featherweight, losing to Jamel Herring and struggling to defeat Hector Luis Garcia by a razor-close 12-round split decision in November 2023. Guys, we're going to say Roach torches Cruz as a one-trick pit bull. Come on, sirs. In quote, he says, or they say, with my IQ, there are a lot of ways I can go into this fight rather than one style, in quote, said Roach about his match against Cruz. Also, in quote, we know he has one style and I can attack him at all angles. I can mix it up and bully him too, in quote. Also, guys, Roach already talking Shakur. Come on, end quote. A lot of people were calling for the fight between me and Shakur. You feel like you're the best at 135 pounder. I feel like I'm the best 135 pounder. Let's get the fans a show, he says. And we break bread, end quote, said Roach about how he wants to fight Shakur next. Also, guys, Roach isn't viewed as the best at 135 or even the third best. Come on, seriously. There are a lot of least 4 lightweights that would be a pure nightmare for Roach, as well as Shakur. These are guys that are neither of these fighters and facing apparent reasons. Guys, we got an example. A fight between Roach and Shakur would be just a business one between two guys that aren't the best at 135 but can fight each other. It would be more interesting to see one of those two fight the talented lightweights with power. The best lightweights: Andy Cruz, Abdullah Mason, Floyd Schofield, Gervonta Tank Davis, Raymond Moratala, and Sam Noakes. This is what they're saying, guys. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments section, guys. If you'd like to share, hit the StreamYard link. We can put your comments in the comment section as well. Let's go on to see what some of the other people left. Well, I'm waiting for you guys to share your comments on stream. Okay, nobody left any comments here this morning. I'm surprised. Okay, that's fine. We'll move on. Okay, tell me what you guys think about Lamont Roach being so confident in his fight against Tank Davis. What else is happening here in the news? Again, tell me what you guys think about the rumor, not rumor, but what was let out in the news this morning by the World Boxing Council, WBC. Terrence Bud Crawford was stripped of his green belt. Okay, that was the main topic here this morning. Also, we're going to talk about Haney would beat Boots with the same grab and hold plan, says Norman Sr. Okay, we're going to get into this. Ortiz Jr. checks Boots Ennis over no offer, claimed there was a heated exchange there. Also in the news just yesterday, as some of you already know, we'll get into this as well. This was a big as well. Janabek PED shock puts Lara unification fight in jeopardy, guys. Janabek Amakanuli had an adverse finding in his VADA administrative test yesterday, putting his middleweight unification fight against Erislandy Lara this weekend in jeopardy for their chief support clash this Saturday, December 6th on Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view. Janabek issues denial. IBF and WBO middleweight champion Alimakanuli, 17 big wins, 0 losses, and 12 KOs, responded to his positive test, guys. He's saying, in quote, "I don't know what happened," end quote. Seriously? All right. I don't know what happened. Come on. All right. He says he wanted to be retested, and it's unclear whether the second test will clear the 32-year-old in time for him to face WBA champion Lara, who is now 31 big wins, 3 losses, 3 draws, 19 big KOs on Saturday. Guys, also Janabek versus Lara was seen as one of the best fights on Saturday's card at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas, coming Saturday. For many fans, this was the real main event. PBC and WBC interim light welterweight champion Isaac Pitbull Cruz defending against Lamont Roach in their headliner spot. It's a less than spectacular fight for a main event, so it's a major hit for the card if Janabek versus Lara is canceled. Guys, Lara left in limbo, like what we were going to talk about here. There's talk of a replacement being brought in to face Lara, but you can't expect much on a 4-day notice. It would be put Lara in a tough spot if a good middleweight like fellow Cuban Yoanelli Hernandez were brought in at the last moment as his opponent. But Mike Coppinger revealed the news of Janabek's test. It's a major negative for the card if he's removed. Now, guys, leaving the expensive $74.99 pay-per-view price event to flounder with just the Cruz Roach and Stephen Fulton versus Oshaki Foster fight. That's interest fans as well. Also in quote, "I have always supported clean sport. You know this well. I was surprised when I read the news. VADA took the first test, said everything was clean. I have not made any changes to my vitamins. I don't know what happened with the second test, so I requested a retest, end quote, said Janovic Alamakhanuli on X. Reacting to the news of him testing positive for a banned PED ahead of what was supposed to be a unification against Arislande Lara Saturday, guys. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section. Some people already left some comments. Tell me what you guys think as well. Don't be afraid to type your comments in the comments section or click the StreamYard link to come on live. Give me one moment, guys. We're going to add our phone number. If you guys want to call in, you can. Give me one moment. Okay. Okay, there we go, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just added that, guys. This is the call-in number. If you guys want to call in and share your thoughts about what's happening with the Terrence Bud Crawford being stripped of the WBC belt, you're welcome to do that. Let's add that here at the bottom. Give me one moment. Okay, that's the call-in number if you'd like to call in live or hit the StreamYard link and show your handsome or pretty faces on screen, on video, or your icon. And you guys can share your thoughts on boxing. We'll keep moving forward. We're going to get into some of the comments here as well. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't close anything out. I ain't supposed to come out. Already talked about the WBC stripping Terrence. And we talked about Janovic. Let's go in here real quick and see what some people left some comments. Here we go. Okay, Boxing Damas, he left this comment 13 hours ago. What? He says, wow, this was supposed to be the setup for the Crawford fight. Janovic must have known that he couldn't beat Crawford, so he took PEDs on purpose to get out of the Crawford fight. Cheese B says, that's CHEEZB, Cheese says 15 hours ago. Seriously? We really just can't have good things. Here's hoping this is another Matias scenario that gets sorted out. But either way, it's too late to save this fight. Does make you wonder if Janovic gas tank has always been boosted. Well, it will be interesting once he comes back after any potential ban, whether his endurance takes a hit, i.e., his ability to be relentless and a major part of what makes him who he is. Also, Monster Man left this comment, yet another a-hole. Why do the idiots think they won't be caught being tested for drugs? Then Huckster left a comment. He says, yikes, this is all crazy. Okay, guys, let's move on. That was one of those news stories for this morning. Go on. Also, let's go back to the other news sources and see what they have to say, guys. Give me one moment as we pull some of this up. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Apologize for the wait. Also, they're saying in the news, guys. Moment. Also, Lamont Roach promises to beat Pitbull Cruz convincingly on Saturday. We did talk about that a little bit. We're going to get into what Sergio Mora, Joshua should smash Jake Paul in one round. Okay. Also, yesterday, late last night, they said the big rattlesnake, Bradley, warns Roach about Cruz early pressure. And we'll get into that one, guys, as I'm waiting for you guys to come on and share your thoughts. Tim Bradley is advising Lamont Roach not to stand in front of WBC interim 140-pound champion Isaac Pitbull Cruz in the first 6 rounds this Saturday, December 6th. Cruz eats forward-only fighters alive. Bradley believes that Roach, who is now 25 big wins, guys, 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 KOs, may have gained confidence that he can stand in the pocket and brawl with Roach after his recent battle against Gervonta Davis. Roach fought the WBA lightweight champion Tank to a 12-round draw this past March. In my opinion, a lot of people felt that he beat Tank because when Tank took a knee because he got something in his eye, everybody thinks that should have been counted as a knockdown, would have lost 1 point on the scorecards. But we go on. It was the perfect situation for Roach because Tank is a pot shot fighter with low punch output. Moreover, he's not the same fighter he was when we were still motivated and hungry. He's lost a lot from his game this past year. Also, guys, Cruz, who is 28 big wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, 18 big KOs by knockout, versus Roach, will headline on the Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view this Saturday. Some of you don't know, at the Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, Texas. Lamont is being allowed to jump the line ahead of contenders. It says Jermaine Ortiz is one of the guys he jumped ahead of. Alberto Pelo, spelled Puello, in their WBC rankings. If Roach had to fight those guys to earn a title shot against Cruz, he might come up short. Now, guys, Bradley begs him, don't be a statue, end quote. He says, Roach likes to fight. He likes to stand his ground. I would advise him not to stand directly inside the pocket at the beginning because that's where Pitbull Cruz is at his absolute best, end quote, said Tim Bradley on his channel. Now, guys, recommending that Lamont Roach avoid brawling with Isaac Pitbull Cruz early on Saturday. Also, Roach always goes to war with his opponents, although he does have a 3-foot step back move. He always comes forward immediately after to throw his short arm punches. He doesn't have much power, so many of his fights go 12-round distance. And Cruz, says Cruz lost to Jose Rayo Venezuela last year in August 2024. He struggled with the movement that he used. Then Bradley says, in quote, rattlesnake analogy, in quote, he says, the first 6 rounds are going to be very intense. I understand a Roach mentality. I was able to take Tank stuff. I know you were able to take Tank stuff, but you're in there with a big rattlesnake. Roach is going to have to take, receive, and dish out, end quote, said Tim Bradley. Now, guys, Pitbull's relentless pressure. Cruz doesn't back off 6 rounds. He continues to come forward, throwing lots of shots and making it difficult for his opponents. Bradley may be mistaking Pitbull for someone else because he never stops attacking. Also, in quote, he says, in the first 6 rounds, Roach is going to have to get comfortable among that fire because the fire is coming, end quote, said Tim Bradley. So, guys, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. If you like to come in live and call that number, you can, guys. So show it back on screen again. That's the call-in number to share your thoughts on boxing this morning as well. We'll maybe do 1 or 2. If nobody shows up, I'm out of here. So let's see who stops by. Also, I don't really mention a lot about the heavyweights. I need to get more well-versed in the heavyweight, I guess all the fighters in the heavyweight division. We're going to talk about Torres Jr. says yes to dangerous Frank Sanchez in an IBF eliminator. And we'll get into that one as well. Okay, Richard Torres Jr. has reportedly said yes to a fight against Frank Sanchez in an IBF lightweight title eliminator. The two will begin negotiations and they have until December 17th, guys, to make a deal before a purse bid is ordered. Now, guys, this Sanchez versus Torres Jr. clash will put the winner in the position to challenge IBF champion Alexander Usyk for his belt. However, it's unlikely that Usyk will agree to face the winner as he's nearing retirement and has already vacated his WBO title when ordered to defend against Fabio Wardley. Now, guys, why others avoided Sanchez? 2020 Olympic silver medalist Torres Jr., who is now 14 big wins, 0 losses, 12 KOs, is showing courage by facing the number 3 IBF ranked Sanchez, who is now 25 wins, 1 loss, 18 KOs, as these fighters have all declined. Daniel Dubois, Philip Hrgovic, F.A. Ajagba, Moses Utuma. Now, guys, they go on. The 26-year-old Torres Jr. may realize that if he doesn't take the risk, he could be waiting for years before he gets another opportunity to put himself in a position to fight for a world title. By then, all the big names like Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, Tyson Fury will be long gone. Now, guys, news of the top-ranked promoted Torres Jr. agreeing to fight Sanchez, who is now 33-year-old young man, and the IBF title eliminator was revealed by insider Dan Rafael today or yesterday on Twitter, or now X. Now, guys, Sanchez's knee surgery comeback. The Cuba-born Sanchez has looked dangerous through most of his 8-year pro career. His only loss came against Agit Kabiel a year ago on May 18, 2024, when he was stopped in the 7th round. That defeat can be arbitrated to Sanchez fighting with an injured right knee and hobbling around the ring. Serious. Now, guys, Sanchez was doing relatively well in the fight until Kabiel began leaning on him during the clinches, putting all his weight on his pre-existing knee problem. Since that fight, Sanchez had successful knee surgery. Now, guys, this is the 3-year pro Torres Jr. has stayed busy in 2025, knocking out Thomas Salick in the first round last November and beating 2016 Olympian Guido Vianello by a 10-round unanimous decision this past April. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about these things in the comments section. Again, you can call in the call-in line if you like to share. You can call. And tell me if you tried to call and the number doesn't work. Let me know. It's brand new. Something that we're trying. Also, we don't get enough of you guys on in the morning to share your comments. The live show is for you to share your thoughts on boxing. I'm not here just to bring you the news only. I'm here to share the news with you, but it's for you guys to come in and comment. Tell me what you think about what's happening in the boxing world. So I appreciate that. So far, I've been on 38 minutes. We'll take 10 minutes off because of the waiting time. But we've been on for about 30 minutes. Nobody's even came on or left a comment in the comments section. It's fine. But we do appreciate you stopping by again this morning. And what else can we talk about in the boxing news that would be very interesting? Yes, Eddie Hearn says Andy Cruz will prove him right versus Moratala. I guess that's in the news, but we won't talk about that. We'll skip that one. Talked about Janet Beck testing positive for PEDs. And then also, let's talk about this one for a minute because we do support Davis brothers. Shakur Stevenson says the world is ready, end quote, for Keyshawn Davis comeback fight. Get into this one. Give me, guys. Let me get a drink real quick. Guys, Shakur Stevenson helped out his down and out brother, Keyshawn Davis, this week, saying on social media that the world is ready, end quote, to see him return to the ring against whoever, end quote. If Shakur is serious about wanting Keyshawn to be matched against anybody at 140 pounds, there are already some top talents that would be lining up for Feeding Frenzy. These fighters would jump at the chance to face Keyshawn Davis. Let's go down the list, guys. We have Ernesto Mercado already called out Keyshawn this week, Gary Antoine Russell, and Sabril Matias. Now, guys, move to 140 raises a lot of risk. And there's a lot of uncertainty about Keyshawn's career now. He's moved up in weight to 140 pounds, and many talented fighters in the division could give him a lot of problems. Now, guys, we'll get into it. The Andy Cruz problem. Calling himself the businessman, end quote, Keyshawn, he four-time to Cuba's, it says Keyshawn, he four-times to Cuba Andy Cruz in the amateurs. That means he lost 4 times in the amateurs to Andy Cruz, including in the 2020 Olympic finals. Keyshawn declined to fight him when he was called out in 2025. His record against Cruz is a perfect 0-4, guys. Surprisingly, the WBO elevated Keyshawn to number 1 spot at 140 pounds, putting him in the pole position to challenge light welterweight champion Teofimo Lopez. Shakur has already said that after he defeats Teofimo on January 31st, 2026, he'll, end quote, give the WBO title to his brother Keyshawn. Also, end quote, the world is ready to see Keyshawn Davis make his return match him against whoever, end quote, said Shakur Stevenson on X about his brother Keyshawn Davis. Now, guys, Keyshawn, who's now 13 big wins, 0 losses, 9 KOs, hasn't fought since February 2025 when he knocked out WBO lightweight champion Denis Berincic in the 4th round. Now, guys, the 26-year-old Davis was later stripped of his WBO belt when he came in 3.9 pounds over the limit at 139.3 pounds for his fight against Edwin De Los Santos on June 6, 2025. The fight was canceled, guys. Okay, Top Ranks broadcast void. The 2020 Olympic silver medalist Davis promoters at Top Rank are without a broadcast partner, so that leaves him sitting on the sidelines or on the shelf waiting for an opponent. But guys, confusing the Albright rematch talk. Keyshawn explicitly said he wanted to fight Nair Albright in a rematch next, a fighter he already beat by a 10-round majority decision in October 2023. The results of the bout were later changed to a no contest when Davis tested positive for marijuana. You serious, guys? Come on. How many fighters or how many people are about, smoking it up? Okay, but it doesn't make sense for Davis to fight a rematch with Albright other than to avenge his brother Calvin Davis' defeat against him. Albright defeated Calvin by a 10-round majority decision on June 7th, 2025 in Norfolk, Virginia. I guess that was in his hometown. But guys, tell me what you guys think in the comments section, or come on live, call the call-in number if you want. We appreciate you guys even stopping by for a short period of time. But hey, I was here for you guys. Where were you guys at this morning? Okay, we appreciate you stopping by, guys. We're going to hide that. We appreciate it, guys. Hey, again, on Friday morning, 9 a.m., we're going to have something where I feel more comfortable. Today, I stepped out of my comfort zone to bring you a live show. Well, Friday morning, we're going to have a live interview with Jubang from Clearwater, Florida, former roommate, not roommate, but he used to, I guess, back in the day, stay with Keith Thurman. Okay, they were close. But guys, Drew Bang will be with us on Friday morning at 9 a.m. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Type in the comments what you guys think. I don't mean to ramble on. Say goodbye to this pretty lady here, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Everybody have a good day.
Boxing is a tough sport, and my hat go off to all boxers because you got to be a certain type of brave type of person to do boxing. Just like just like air pilots that fly the airplanes. I never want to fly an airplane. I think you gotta be a tough person to want to fly a fucking airplane. Are you kidding me? What if I push one button wrong and I destroy everybody? Boxing kind of like that. You gotta put your nerves on the guy. You gotta believe in yourself. Pilots gotta believe in themselves to land this aircraft.
Yes.
And I believe boxers are the same way. You gotta believe in yourself to land that knockout. So my hats go off to you. I wish you nothing but the luck. I've been trying to find more clips on you to watch you because like I tell KO, I'm a casual boxing fan.